God. Ugh. Jeez. Phew. Fuck. 1 second. Yeah, must be the YouTube. I don't know. Maybe it's my phone. I'm not sure. It's kind of good because we don't have the like people spamming the comments all the time, you know. That's proof YouTube's going downhill. Yep. Yeah, YouTube's been going downhill slowly since like 10, 12 years ago. Once they removed the dislike button, just became more like shit, I guess. It's kind of a pain, you know? Yeah, life is hard, yeah. It's fucking difficult, this fucking shit. It's difficult for people to the point not everyone could overcome this shit, you know? Fucking... Man. Hard to breathe, man. I feel like it's the shit I fucking had. I added on the chicken. Yeah, it's kind of smoky. There. Yeah, making some ground chicken. Meal prepping it. We'll meal prep another one too. Let's eat that. That'll last me like a week and a half or two maybe. I got some wings. Wings I gotta cook. I'm gonna cook that in the oven, and then I got some ground turkey. So chicken looks good. Yeah, I'm getting hungry to be honest with you. Been doing okay, I guess. The weather's getting better here, so that's good. I had to see my psychiatrist for the first time here, so they're trying to get all my information, and I'm trying to like get my medication and stuff. So yeah, ground turkey goes by quick. That's for sure. I feel like I could conserve this though till almost the end of the month. Well, I think when people bring people into this life, I'll say a lot of them don't consider what bad things these kids can have, you know, and it's not always guaranteed that they'll overcome it. There's people that bring kids in this world and they don't realize that they may not enjoy life, you know, so that's what that is. I feel like a lot of people that have kids too like to show it off to a lot of people, and it's like attention seeking type of thing, especially on social media. So this guy, the herb, decriminalized. Yeah, I feel like it's somewhere in Pennsylvania right now. It's probably in the 30s up in New York, right? Here it's like 50 something. It's kind of weird. It's actually gonna be nice this weekend for the first time. Yeah, they are, man. Man, I'm not too far from Canada, but man, they are fucking unbearable. Can't stand it. What's up, Jeff? Wish you could smoke cigs. Yeah, I like the smell of smokes, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess like you could smoke if you want, but I guess you don't want the after effects, you know, at times. Yeah, I'm a bearded homosexual. That's who you're talking to. Yeah, there's a lot of parents that are narcissists. Not all of them, but yeah, there's a good amount of them. A lot of them don't take accountability for their narcissism. Oh, thanks, ma'am. My glasses are really gay, so. Wish you could smoke? Yeah, I mean, I smoke cigs, so. I don't smoke weed. I gotta wait till that is, like, done there. Damn, -20? Damn, that's brutal. Fuck that shit. I can't stand that cold at all. It gets like that here too. It was like that in January. That was insane. That shit. Yeah, true. I mean, if you do smoke, there is a chance that you could get cancer. That's true. I mean, I guess it's the same thing with like junk food or whatever, but it could be hereditary as well, right? But yeah, smoking does cause cancer, and it is best not to do it, you know? Yeah. True. Yeah, smoking too much ain't good for you. Like the feeling of it, though. That's kind of weird. You shouldn't be smelling your sister's fish like that. Think you need to stay away from your sister. That's what I think. Yeah, you don't have to like your parents for bringing you into this world. You don't have to like them. You're entitled to think that. I hope I don't have cancer, man. That's not a good question. Familiar from where? Yeah, no. My glasses are alright. I don't really like wearing glasses, though. I have to wear them, though, because I can't see shit. Like, if I take them off, I can barely see the letters, you know? So. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, people are stuck in their own ways, Shay. That's what it is. They're more superficial and shallow. They care about. They don't care about other things. Warehouse job's okay. I'll say it's decent so far. That's gonna deter my decision if I want to stay here too. If I get hired in, I guess I could make 22 an hour. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but my money goes further with 22 an hour than Pennsylvania. So if I get that, then I'll stay another lease and try to save money, and I want to see if I can pay off some debt too. But there could be a chance I still may want to move too, right? But if I do stay another lease, I'm gonna try to visit places where I want to move in next. Like I'm trying to visit Arizona. I think I'll try to maybe book a flight, maybe sometime in February. Sometime that's the cheapest time you can get flights. So. I think I talked to the wrong person. Oh, that's good. It's good that the U.S. won, I guess. Yeah, I feel that, man. Majority of these jobs ain't good, man. There are a lot of them that don't pay well. Always dealing with some fucking toxic coworkers. Um, they expect a lot from you, from like what you really do. You know, it's something else. I don't blame you, man. What's up, Emmett? Yeah, you live up in Canada too. I heard Toronto's job market is too competitive and the unemployment rate's high. When I looked up, that's probably why you're getting ghosted and a lot of rejections and shit. Something else. No, I'm temp to hire, so like I'm still working with the temp agency. I'm only making 18 an hour, but Uh, if they hire me in like 3 to 6 months, then I'll make 22 or something. Or who knows? You never know. They may just let me go for some reason. It's very random, that shit. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like a probationary kind of period. See if I like the job or not. So far it's decent. I mean, I like the days off I get. Even though I work 3 12s, Monday through Wednesday, and Thursday I work till 1. So that's why I kind of, if I do get hired in, I like the schedule, and if it boosts my pay, and there be a better chance I may stay here. But if not, like nothing goes well with that, then I'm just moving. I don't care. So it would suck to deal with this shit again if I stay. The isolation, cold, but I don't know. Like if I get through it with the finances and then move, it would be better. But we'll see. I don't know. I have every option on the table, so I won't be disappointed either way. Should new ideas that tend to be revolutionary to society end up being beneficial but mostly have hidden consequences? Yeah, I guess they could have hidden consequences, but maybe some of these new ideas may not be as bad, you know? It could benefit the society more. I don't really have a favorite horror movie. I don't really watch a lot of movies. Nah, not yet. Not on the forklift yet. 'Cause they're very busy. There's so many boxes in the warehouse. Be hard for me to, I guess, like learn the forklift. But they said in like a couple weeks. So yeah, I don't work 5 days. Yeah, like I get 3.5 days off and then 3.5 days working. So they about try to maybe get a second job just to make more money besides the DoorDash all the times. I don't want to run my car too much. It's like I'm trying to. There's this dog shit labor thing they have seasonal until April. I have an interview for that tomorrow for the weekends. Or I could do this valet parking stuff. So I don't know. Just sucks that even like say this the cost of living here is lower than a lot of places. You still need to like make more income though. It sucks. Can't really make it buy a lot with 18 an hour, you know. Like, at least I'm attractive, right? Charles Manson. Yeah, I get that, man. It's probably because there's a lot of douchey people around, man. That'll tick you off. Too many of them. I get ticked off a lot too. Like I was just driving back home and there was fucking traffic right up here. And I couldn't even drive across. And this guy's beeping at me. I'm like, dude, I'm not. I like wave like this, like because my window was down. I waved and I put the finger up because like, dude, like I can't even go. There's fucking too many cars. So nah, it's not good in here. It's different. Like it's best in a city with an e-bike. Here it's like it's not the downtown here is nothing compared to Philly. Philly's like so walkable. The transportation's way better than here. You need a car here all the time. Even though like the commutes are, to like the store, your job are short, like riding your bike, walking is kind of far. It's weird. Yeah, that's what I liked about Philly though. Philly was the the transportation was way better over there. Way better. Can't get that in South Dakota. There's no trains really. There's hardly any buses. You know, it's a lot different here. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Wages need to keep up. Where am I? I'm in South Dakota. That's where I'm living at now. 18 and 23 on weekends. I mean, that's better. That's better than nothing, though, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Definitely need 2 jobs in New York. That's for sure. New York's fucking skyrocketing prices. I'll say, like, if you're making 18 an hour full time, it's like you almost need a second job everywhere you go. Doesn't matter if the cost of living's like low. It's like you need it. Even if you don't have debt or nothing. It's like you need that. Man, it's like harder to try to increase your income, you know? I mean, if you're capable of doing it, that's good, you know? But it's a lot harder when you're living in a place like New York. You're living in like Toronto. You're like where the job market and the unemployment rate's high, you know? Like here, like when I was looking up stuff about this place, like they're demanding more workers here. They're demanding that than there's not enough people working for these jobs, and that's why like you can get hired faster here than those other places. Yeah, roommates. Yeah, roommates can help too. Definitely need that in New York if you're making 18. I had to get roommates in Philly. And it was expensive. I was making 22 an hour for pools, but it was only good for like a couple months, then it slows down. And I needed roommates. Yeah, places like high cost in cities, like you definitely need roommates. You're not making like 6 figures, you know? Unless you want to live in like a really bad part, you know? That's what I saw when I was looking at places in Philly, like a studio. I would live in North. I would live in North Philly. I'm like, fuck that shit. All the way near like Hunting Park. Fuck that shit. That shit sucks. Yeah, don't blame you, man. If you like your schedule, you have like more time off and you have more things to do. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong if you want more money also, but you know, Sunday through Thursday. Yeah, you get more of a weekend off. That's good. That fits your schedule. It's like more flexible, you know. What's up, Sage? That's another thing, like if I did move after this lease, I'm afraid if I work at the wrong job and I quit and be hard to find something like say like Arizona and since I would move after this lease, I wouldn't have enough money. And it would be kind of hard, you know? So I don't know how, I mean, you could probably get a labor job, but it's probably won't get hired as fast as here, where I'm at. Yeah, it's getting better, yep. The weather's getting a lot better now. something I'm liking, because it's been cold here since like end of October. It's fucking better now, at least. Nah, you can't borrow that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, man. You're singing death metal? Damn. Yeah, you'll have those type of people at the gym, I guess. You should just listen to the music himself, but, you know. I guess he was really in the zone, I guess. Yeah, a little bit. Not much today. I'm going to do it more this weekend. Go outside. I had to do some stuff today. I had to see my psychiatrist, and that took an hour because she wanted all the info. I was thinking about doing DoorDash, but I'm taking the day off of that shit. I get tired doing that at times. But I'm probably gonna do more, like go outside more, like this weekend. Nah, I don't smoke dog food, man. I would never do that shit. I would smoke dog food and go to Kensington. That's probably where I would be if I was doing that in Philly. Yeah. Was he singing loud, I guess? Oh, they have a bunch. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for a lot of them over there, you know? A lot of them grew up with... There's a lot of them that grew up in traumatic families. There's ones that got injured at a construction job, can't afford medication no more with perks, and all of a sudden gets addicted to fentanyl or something. Then there's people peer pressure in it. It's all kinds of stuff. It's all messed up, you know? Yep. Yeah, they got that good dog food in Kensington. Wherever you're at, that's where it is. The good dog food. Loud, not yelling. Yeah, that guy, maybe you should, like, tap him and be like, turn down the music. Maybe he'll stop. Something. James Harden. Yeah, he got traded today. He went to the Cavs. Which Kensington? Philly. Kensington. What's up, Dark Endless Pit? What's going on, man? Life is O-Ray, it's in the chat, man. He's in the chat if you want to talk to him. He posts videos. He doesn't... He'll do it when he wants to, and he's probably busy with a lot of things, you know? It's not easy making videos, you know? I just do it because I'm fucking bored, you know? Do it to talk to people. Yeah, I mean, videos do take a lot of effort, and it's just... Sometimes that shit gets tiring at times, you know? I get tired of doing them at times, even though I post a lot. That's for sure. What, James Harden? I'll say James Harden don't look like Steph Curry, though. Steph Curry probably looks like his brother, Seth. Yeah, Stephen Curry's getting up there in age. He's still pretty well, I guess, you know? Oh, I do. Man, I wish I had Steph Curry's jeans. I wouldn't be here. I would be playing basketball. Making millions. Shooting from the logo. Like, instead of looking like him, I better get the skills like him. Yeah, it's hard to make videos too because you get all kinds of people hating on it too, and if you really get into it like I did with my old channel, it'll mess with you, you know. That's what sucks about that shit too. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. How come Jesus didn't prevent all the unnecessary pain and suffering in this world? That isn't right. Yeah, he was getting older though, Dwayne Wade. He had to retire. He's like in his probably close to his mid 40s now. Something like that. I had my landlord inspect my place 2 days ago, and everything looks good, I guess. I cleaned my whole apartment up and everything. He gave me light bulbs for my bathroom, it's something I need. So, I'll say my landlord's pretty good. My landlord is better than that fucking property manager in Philly. So, nah, who's that, Dave? Who's that? That's one thing too. I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube videos. They're all the same. It's all like it's hard to find videos that are good and worthwhile now. I only watch a couple people like stuff that like similar to me that talk about these topics, and just hard to find good YouTubers. You know, it was a little better like even like 5 years ago. Now it's like everyone's trying to be like one, and it's just it's no originality. I don't see a lot of it. Yeah, true. I feel like losing all that money in gambling can make you feel lost. That's for sure. It'll be you just feel like your mental health's going down. You don't know what to do, and it's like I want that money back. That's kind of like how I was when I was in a manic episode. I spent all my money manic traveling and stuff, and I felt so bent down. You know, it's terrible. Yeah, I'll say yeah. It sucks that feeling, man. Hopefully it gets better for you, Race. That shit sucks, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I try not to compare myself to other people, but it gets to me at times, you know. You see it everywhere, you know. Savvy guy. Yeah. I'm not really a big like savvy guy viewer, but I'll watch a couple of his videos are good. But I noticed a lot of his videos are the same kind of. Like I like him as a YouTuber. He speaks facts and even the ones that are repetitive, but I just don't watch him that much. It's kind of, I mean, I understand it. It's kind of hard to make videos that are different, you know? It really is. I even repeat myself in this shit. So, yeah, that shit sucks, man. The regrets and like the worrying, it's like it takes so long to move past that too. It's like if nothing's going well, like say currently, it those thoughts will keep coming up in your head, and it gets worse, you know. I get like that also, especially like if you're like isolated too. It's kind of like that. So how do I know if I'm at a gay barbecue? I guess because I'm gay and I'm at that barbecue. No problem, Race. Be cool if we met in real life too. Be kind of cool, man. Well, I guess that's kind of like my made up purpose. Meet up with people on YouTube in real life. I mean, I met 3 people already. Had some good conversations, you know. Cause who can I talk about this type of shit? in real life? Nobody. Like, say, like, antinatalism. Like, have discussions about it. You can't. What about, black pill shit? Can't. Or just about the world or whatever it is, you know? So. That's funny, man. That's a good one, I'll say. Yeah, I guess I'll be at that barbecue and I'll be like, that's a shitty hot dog I just ate. Yeah, yo. When you start aging, it's like hard to deal with that shit even more, you know? Can't tolerate it at all. Yeah, have and have nots. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. A lot of have nots in this world, and a lot of times it can be people that ruin their life, you know, like parents, for example, or just not get enough luck, you know? So, and that people that are haves, like, they just got lucky and, uh, yeah, there's ones that worked hard, but their circumstances got there with them, you know? So, yeah, I feel that, Race. I get like that too, especially living here. I just told my psychiatrist I'm fucking isolated here. So, you know what she said? Let's book a therapist. Yeah, I'm trying to go to Arizona, yeah? I'm gonna book a flight this month. Like, not book a flight this month. Like, purchase a flight this month. And I'm gonna try to go end of May or June. It's one of those. Yeah, I'm down to meet Anthony over there too. It'd be kind of cool. Be cool to see. There's a lot of people from Arizona that watch me, so see if I can hang out with those people. You know, be kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's the place I would like to live at, Arizona. It's the more outdoor activities, more sunshine. It's not cold hardly at all, you know. It's either after the lease or next year. That's why I want to visit it. I want to visit the place. Yeah, I'm getting a place to stay. Yep. I may, if I have enough, maybe I'll rent a car too and check some spots out. You know, since car dependent. So. Yeah, Ohio snows a lot too. You can escape that shit, you know. Yeah, Ohio snows a lot more in Pennsylvania, where I'm from, like the east side. Yeah, Texas is cheaper. You get no state income tax, so you have more on your bank account, and the housing is cheaper. I was thinking about that one too. Colorado's got good weather, but I'll say like if you live in somewhere like Denver, it's kind of expensive, but you have more entertainment, you know. Legal, no, legal. What am I saying? Legal weed. So, Colorado Springs. Yeah, I actually heard of that place too. I was looking that up. So, I think that's cheaper to live in too than Denver or something. All right. Try some of this shit. Yeah, go hiking and exploring. Yeah, they definitely have a lot of hiking trails there. A lot of outdoor activities. The winters over there aren't as bad too, from what I heard of. So, try to see what we can do here. Oh, go like this. this on here. There we go. Put the chicken on there. Yeah, it's like one of the wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon. Yeah, I may possibly look at that when I visit, possibly. Cool scenery and all that stuff. Yeah, it'd be cool if you went too, man. Lot of stuff that is neat to see, you know. And now I just gotta mix that shit around. Some chicken and rice. I'm gonna try to go on a little cut for. I want to try to do a marathon, so trying to get in running like shape. I'm making mixing chicken with rice. Made this here. Pretty good. Nah, marathons are hard, man. You gotta train like a lot of months for that shit. I mean, I've done it before, but it's not easy, that shit. That's for sure. Looks good. Yeah, some good fucking food. I like getting the food at Sam's Club. Get bulk and it lasts a while too. And then you get points and you get like get some money on your like cash back or something. Ground beef. Yeah, it does look like some Mexican food. It does look good. Saying sorry for what? What's up, KYN? Yeah, it'll be better since like the weather's getting warmer. I can train for it better. Cool to see like different scenery and stuff doing that. Yeah, I'll say walking to the gym's good too. You burn more too. Say walking's probably the most underrated cardio for weight loss. Because if you're running too much, then you may get too hungry, you know? Walking, you're not doing that. Yeah, I'm going to hell, man. I did all those fucking things. I stole, I lust, I hate everybody. Yep. I'm going to hell. It's just crazy to me. Fucking religion shit with that. I mean, if you lust too much and it affects your life, yeah, but, you know, something else. I did answer you. Nah, I mean, eating some chicken and rice, ground chicken, and have some rice mixed with it. Well, fill me up. Now I'm gonna smoke a cigarette after this meal too. Yeah, if you don't convert to Jesus, you're going to hell. Like you look deranged. You need to see a light more. See, eating and working out as a chore. Yeah, then that's the thing. Like they only do it because they wanna. They don't. They're not content with working out. They're not content with like eating. You know. Like I like doing this stuff. Like I always liked doing stuff that was active, and I always liked the gym since I was younger, and I did play sports at times. So I just kind of like doing this stuff. I feel like if people don't like doing it, they're not gonna like it as much, you know. Yeah, you have the right to think that, man. I think this life is very overrated in a lot of ways. That's for sure. That's why I ain't having kids, because it's overrated. This life. Even though there's things that I've done that I enjoyed, like it's not worth it to bring a kid, you know. Jesus paid our fine. Looks like Jesus didn't pay a lot of fines. Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. You can you work out and you can buy more food when you have more money. You know, that's one good thing, right? I'll say if you don't make that much money though, you can still be fit. You know, you just have to watch what you're eating. You have to. You don't want to overdo it and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I feel like I'm not good enough for these modern women, a lot of them. Not all these women, you know, but there's a lot of them that have these unrealistic expectations, and it's something else, you know. It's getting worse. Yeah, yeah, yep. It's too cold. Yep. Yeah, I guess when the weather warms up, it's best to jog too. 'Cause I don't like jogging in the fucking cold either. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do something this weekend, run the trails and stuff. I remember I was training for the a 10 mile run. I was running the cold, and I hated it. Sucked. The run was in April. I don't think I would ever train in the cold like that again, though. I'm German. Might need a new keyboard. My bro just had a daughter. I'm an uncle. Yeah, I mean, your brother didn't recognize like the consequences though of having a kid, you know. But yeah, I mean, since like your brother already had a kid, it's best to if if you're an uncle, you can reduce the suffering pain, you know, best you can. But that's all on your brother, man. Take care of your daughter right, you know. Wait, why did I say that, Rohi? I don't think I said that. What am I eating? Mean some chicken and rice. That's what I mean. Oh, eating some stew? Yeah, stew's pretty good, man. Get some good vegetables in there, put it in a crock pot. Ain't too bad. Nice, uh, get some beef in there or something, or steak tips. Alright. You like your brother more than your sister, right? I'm assuming, Rohai? Yeah, probably wasn't aware enough and didn't consider like what the kid can go through. That's for sure. But I guess all you can do is you just hope your brother's a good dad, and I guess like your brother's daughter has a good life. You know, that's how I view it. You know, like my one brother's gonna be the same. Oh, okay. You're still Lawrence? You just change your channel name, I guess, right? Damn, terminal illness. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's terrible. Damn. 50K to cure is a lot of money. The healthcare system's way too much with that. That's terrible. How old's your brother? Yeah, that's a lot of people, man. They rather focus on conforming than trying to help themselves, you know? That's for sure. I mean, you would think that people would help themselves, like financially, their health, and all that stuff before having a child. But see, like a lot of people do it backwards. That's for sure. At the job, boring day. Yeah, those could be tough time to work in too when it's boring too. It's not always stress that's tough for people too. It's the boredom of the job. Makes the time go slower, and it's just you just want to get out all the time. Yeah, selfish, man. You know. Then the kid's not gonna have a dad. You know, has a single mom, I guess. Man, let's hope. Hopefully, your brother's getting the help he needs and finds a cure somehow. You know. Yeah, you don't work. I don't blame you right now. A lot of jobs or something else, like with the coworkers, the boss, and there's ones that give you unrealistic expectations, like go fast and when you have all these responsibilities that are unrealistic. Um, a lot of them don't pay well. I'll say if you need a job, then it's good to look, but if you don't need a job right away, it's good to just relax for it from a bit, you know? So, yeah, I'll say the medication I take helps with that, the panic attacks and anxiety attacks, for example. So I don't really get them as much, but before I took the medication, I used to get a lot of them in school. I got bullied horrendously, and I got them a lot in my like early 20s too, before I took the meds. Damn, he makes good money. Damn. Yeah, that sucks though. I mean, you can make all that money and if you don't budget it right, then that isn't good either, you know? There's a lot of people who make six figures and they're in a lot of debt. And there's people that are lower income that budget better and they're not in crippling debt or no debt at all, you know? But yeah, that's he should be focusing on his health with that money. So say if it's like hedonistic pleasures all the time, stick their priorities first, like the health for his daughter, you know. Yeah, true. Don't only be working all the time. You need to relax and enjoy it yourself, you know. People try to push this hustle culture on the people. It's toxic. It just sucks when the cost of living is high. People resort to doing those things and it messes with their mental health a lot. A lot of that shit leads to burnout. All that working, you know. Yeah, take your time, man. If you're not in a rush to work, take your time. Like, do things you like to do and enjoy yourself, you know, when you can. Before you start working, you know. Because you work at a job can just be a shitty experience. What is the point? I guess our biological purpose is to reproduce and prolong our offspring to keep this human race going, you know. And then you have like your subjective purpose to get through life. Like say it's say you just like to run a lot, you like to compete in marathons. That's your subjective purpose to get through it. I'll say like there's meaning in like pain and suffering, you know, because you're trying to survive. But I guess the overall human experience is pointless, you know, I guess. Because once you're dead, you're gone. You can't experience this no more. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, that's not gonna be good, right? Yeah, you just hope that you don't have to take that responsibility for her kid also. Because that's her, she should take care of the kid all the time. Don't want to hear arguments, all that stuff. You know? Brother isn't well mentally? What's wrong with your brother with his mental health? Yeah, there's times where you just have to surrender to things, you know? You're at a job, it's too toxic, it's making you feel worse, then surrender, you know? I've done it a good amount of times. And yeah, it depends on certain situation. Like someone can't do it right away. You have to be strategic, but if you have that opportunity to do it and you're not worried about that stuff, surrender. Surrender on things that you know that isn't gonna work. You tried it, it doesn't work for you. Surrender, you know? People think being a quitter or is a loser. That's bullshit, you know? You put in the effort, you tried it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work out, you know? You surrender. You try something else, I guess. Give up alcohol? Yeah, drinking can make you feel worse at times if you do it all the time. That's for sure. Yeah, make your mental health worse. I mean, if someone's able to do it in moderation, it doesn't affect their health, that's okay, you know, but if it's always affecting them all the time, it's best to put the drink down, you know? Yeah, yep. This life can get effed by No, Satan. Unhealed trauma. Yeah, I guess your brother and your sister were abused by your parents, right? Dissociation. Yeah, it's if he has those, then he's definitely, that's a coping mechanism for him dealing with trauma. That's how he was with probably with your parents. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I've worked at so many jobs. They're all shit. It's the coworkers, the boss, the pay or something, or the pace of work, all that shit. Yeah, it is good to quit when you know something's not working out. There's nothing wrong with that shit. You could try something else, right? Yeah, yep, the bozos, the coworkers, yep, pretty much. Yeah, don't blame you, John. Ate some good chicken, I guess. Still got some in here. Cap's fucking broken now. Oh. Yeah, I might make videos tonight. We'll see. Think about it. Oh my God. Oh, it's still pretty nice at nighttime. Okay. Huh. Always use to have people look at like they're working hard to impress their. Yeah, kissing ass, man. I don't like those people either. I see that a lot of jobs. I remember I was kind of like that when I was younger, because that's how my dad would teach me about work, and then I realized that this shit is bullshit. It gets you nowhere. Obviously, it doesn't get you anywhere if the boss don't like you. You're doing that. I don't do that shit anymore, though. I was like that, like, my early, mid-20s or something. A lot of those people learn the hard way, too, with that. Yeah, that's the thing. These people are kissing ass at jobs that don't even make that much, Like, they get a raise. It didn't really do anything for them, It just a little bit out of their paycheck. Yeah. That's what people say. Why don't you ask for help? But when you do, you get like a shitty response. Yeah, people are something else, Yeah, I had that with like at jobs too, where I was asking for help, and I remember it was like 2 years ago, I think. Not even 2 years. It was probably like a year and a half ago, or a year and a quarter. I was working at this pool company, and I was trying to get the skimmer out. I saw how he did it, and he was showing me, and then I was watching how he did on the other one. I stood behind him. He's like, "Why are you up so close?" And he's giving me an attitude. I got mad, you know. I was like, "Why are you talking to me? You know, I don't like that." And he kept arguing with me. I had to fucking quit because of it. I made a video on that fucking job. He's trying to say I was sensitive. He's trying to say, like, stop putting words out of my mouth, when he's trying to gaslight me, this coworker, you know? Some bullshit. He was acting weird when I was trying to look for something too. He was giving me an attitude. That shit sucked. And the worst part was, like, this guy that I worked at the other pool company in Philly, you know? He knows people. Because that first pool company, it was okay. I tolerated the coworkers. They were decent, you know? So... yeah, customer, right? Yeah, there's customers that act like entitled, you know? Yeah, yep. Co-workers, yep. A lot of it's the environment. Like, it's never really the job that much, you know? That's why I quit the construction job, because the people are fucking something else, you know? The same thing with the landscape company. My boss was just a piece of shit, you know? Trying to blame shift me and my one coworker for cutting the foundation block, but he cut that himself. I only used that concrete saw or chop saw, whatever you call it, like a couple times to cut fucking brick, you know? Stupid shit. Because he doesn't want to take responsibility for his mistakes. Yeah, you're probably more out west of Texas, I'm assuming, I'm guessing. So, yeah, it's getting a little darker here now. It's like 6:30. What's up, Han? What's going on, man? Yeah, we could hang out pretty soon, too. Whenever you're down. Quit 2 days ago. Wonder why he quit. Yeah, yep. You press someone's buttons, then they turn to someone else, you know? That's why people need to, like, keep to themselves with that, too, you know? Nah, I'm near, like, a kind of a busy road here. It's not like a freeway. So... yeah, noise complaint? What? Who's complaining? Some people are trying to make up stuff too. So... yeah, working for USPS, you're working a lot, that's for sure. You don't have a lot of time off. Yeah, the benefits and the PTO, but majority of the time you're working a lot of the times. I don't blame them. Needs to have free time to do things. Yeah, that's cool, hon. Yeah, whenever, man. we could hang out, we could do stuff. That'd be cool. Have deep talks or something, you know? It's getting warmer out already. It's getting better, but it's probably gonna get cold again, so. So, prefer working? Yeah, get the money, and that's the thing, like, without the work, you don't have the money, you know? Don't have, like, enough stuff to do. Yeah, I'm 31, so I still look pretty young for my age, so I guess you don't realize it until, like, you're 40, probably, or maybe mid-late 30s. I mean, I'm starting to see some things that are aging in me, but it's not, like, super noticeable, though. It happens to everybody, though. I guess it catches up to them. Say there's a lot of 5-day-a-week jobs here, but I work 3.5 days. So I'm trying to get a second job with the gigs because I need to rack up money, you know. But I guess you can find jobs that are less than that. I mean, I guess you got Amazon, that's 4 days, but they overwork your ass. Fuck them. I was thinking about doing that, but I'm not trying to drive in the snow, you know? And when I had that interview with the guy, he sounded like a robot, so it made me decline it right away. I'm coming next weekend. I gotta go get my my tax return from the warehouse last year and stuff from my health insurance. Take to like a tax person, or maybe if I could possibly do it on my own. Gonna visit my brothers and my one friend, and my grandpop isn't feeling well, so I'm trying to come down there next weekend. So, nah, I'm 31, man. So, feel like it's when my beard grows out, it's I look more older, you know. Lifestyle, yeah, yep, yeah, it does. Cigarettes, yeah, that's probably why I'm aging a little bit. Cigarette speeds it up. Yep, yeah, if you're out in the sun all the time, you start getting wrinkles, and that'll make your beard, not beard, it'll make you age more. Oh, thanks, Mark. I got asked by a deli man before. Yeah, that guy needs a vacation. That means he's working a lot. Yes, that. So, yeah, the beard's all genetics, though. That's the brutal truth with that. You just grow it out and see how it goes. I guess I just have the genetics to grow one. Beard dye, yeah, that can only do so much, though, for people. That doesn't work for everybody, though. Oh, no problem, man. I appreciate that. At least they help you fall asleep, right? Nah, not a lot of mosquitoes here, which is a good thing. Since it's, I'll say the summers here are not as bad, you know? Uh, they are humid, but they're kind of similar to, like, where I'm from, kind of. And I just don't witness a lot of bugs here, really. Which is kind of good. I'll say that's one good thing about my apartment. I don't witness hardly any bugs at all. I only seen one moth flying on my light. That's it. No cockroaches or nothing. I think it has to do with the weather or something, or maybe when it gets warmer, I'll see something. But I don't notice anything here. You know, mice, nothing. That's why I like this apartment, though. Yeah, click on a different one. Yeah, yeah, I have a good amount of videos. We'll be making more. I mean, I guess if you're on my old channel, I had a lot of them. A shit ton. So, yeah, hopefully it's better for you, man. Fucking, hopefully things work well with the jobs, for example. Uh, I'll say, like, no bad luck this year. You know what I mean? So, you look like the Antichrist. That's a compliment, man. Don't be sad about that. Shit. Yeah, I believe it. There's a lot more bugs down south. That's for sure. That's the thing. If I want to move to a warmer place, I would have to deal with that. I mean, I'll take the bugs over the super cold, but nah, that does suck. That's for sure. Yeah, yep. Bunch of them. They love the moisture. Yeah, I mean, if family don't treat you right, you don't have to help them. That's simple, you know? Yeah, yep. They don't want to change themselves, then that's all on them, you know? Females, well, they shouldn't, man. They're pathetic if they're doing that. It's just bullshit. Like, they need to keep their eyes to themselves, you know? They're shallow and shit like that. It's getting cold over there. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, yep. Spray back at these fucking people that say all that shit. Yep. Yeah. Too many people are like that. Yeah, yep. You probably wouldn't struggle as much with your mental health, that's for sure, and you would have more of a childhood, but your family didn't give you a good childhood and they messed with your mental health. Uh, Not sure who you are. Don't know. Yeah, I mean, they don't deserve good treatment when they treat you like shit. That's for sure. That's like my dad. Like, I'm not gonna help him really, you know? I mean, I guess I'll help other people in my family treat me better, you know? Yeah, yep. Yeah, your family wasn't involved trying to give you a quality of life, and you had to do it all by yourself. No, that's a lot of unnecessary shit that you were in. Yeah, release the anger in a way that doesn't harm anybody, you know? Like, I scream in the car at times when I'm angry, you know? That actually does help at times when I'm really stressed out or something. Spain, Portugal, Germany. What is that? Three, right? Italy, and then we got the United Kingdom. Want someone out in Europe? Yeah, probably, especially certain countries in Europe probably have more realistic standards than American women. That's for sure. Yeah, named all five there. Damn, what ticked them off? Your job, Rohai. Man, that sounds like a toxic job. That's for sure. Yeah, they do. Yep. I remember while I was in Spain, I was at the beach and there were some girls topless. They have like more of a topless beach and shit. Yeah, there's some good looking Latinas over there. That's for sure. I think they're more attractive in South America though. Yeah, yep. Yeah, there's people change for the good or bad, you know. You were in the military? I didn't know that, man. How long were you in there for? Did it work out? They were trying. Yeah, that's what they do in the military, you know. They try to do that shit with the people that join. Shit can get toxic in the military. Yeah, it must have been rough in the military, right, Rohai? I'm assuming. So I know my one friend joined the Navy and he couldn't handle it because it made him so anxious. So they sent him home, and then there's this one guy that he was my friend, and he's kind of like an acquaintance, but he went to the military. He did well, and he's doing something with HVAC or something, from what I know. Yeah, yep. I agree. Two legged. Yep. You almost lost your life. You were in combat, Army or Marines or something. Did over 4 years. Yeah, I believe it. It's not easy being in the military, man. Gotta deal with the people. Then you gotta say if you were like in combat, like you say you lost your life, that would mess with your mental health, you know? Was that a way for you to escape your family or something in the military? You worked an office job? Wait, you worked an office job after the military? Or you worked at one beforehand too? Yeah, they can. Yep, a lot of drama and gossip in there. Stuck in a cubicle all the time. I was doing something with mail. It was like a white collar job. I couldn't handle it. It was like some side low pay money, and I couldn't stand the people. Remember I did live streams in that parking lot when I took breaks. It was something else. Yeah, I eat meat. Yep. I guess the Seahawks. I'll be doing DoorDash on the Super Bowl weekend, that's for sure. Me making good orders. Yeah, yep. There is a lot of psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists out there. Too many of them, man. Old white women? Yeah, there was more of them. Yep. Um, yeah, there was this one that I would work with, and she took me to like the warehouse part, and she was commenting on my boxers. I was like, what the fuck? It's almost like she was trying to. I wouldn't say flirt, but it was just kind of. It almost felt that way. Hope the Patriots lose. Yeah, they're always in the Super Bowl. I mean, they got a new QB now, so he's got to live that legacy for them now. Yeah, I never liked the Patriots because I'm an Eagles fan, I guess. But I'm not like a football guy like that, though, anymore. Yeah, yep. Shallow, man. Those type of women that do that are shallow. That's for sure. Little Caesar's good, I'll say. I like eating that pizza. I don't know if I had Marco's before. Yeah, you didn't do nothing, right? You just watched something on TV. Yeah. They were just flicking the remote, drinking a beer, and they said we won. The military? Yeah, I guess like they definitely teach you a lot of discipline, that's for sure. They definitely they definitely try to teach you how to handle stress, but that shit's not healthy. So, what's up, T Sizzle? Ordering some food? What you getting, man? Become a realist? Yeah, but there's a lot of people that aren't like a realist in there either, with life. Hmm. Marco's Pizza. See, there's one around here. There's not a lot of food in South Dakota, so. I mean, if it's a franchise, I may be able to get it. Maybe. Yeah, get in trouble. Yeah, because they want people that are listening. They want people that are obedient. Yeah. If you're trying to act your wage, the military, they're not going to like that. Cheeseburger? I'll go with the cheeseburger, man. That's what I think you should get. I feel like New York's got some good cheeseburgers. You guys got good chopped cheese over there? I feel like the cheeseburger's good. So. Yeah. Yeah, F people, man. Too many judgmental people out there. Yeah, Little Caesar is a 4, but I like bought a large. What was it, like in October or November or something? It was like $10. It's pretty good. I ate that whole pizza to myself. Yeah, figure out how to win. Yeah, because that's what they want you to. They want you to win in war. They want you to live. That's what they want you to do. But are you really a winner though in the military, or are you trying to help like corruption? That's a lot of it. Yeah, yup. Passport Max as well. Yep. I mean, how else they get their shit, I guess. And then a lot of military men have their wives cheating on them. That shit too. I remember I used to watch this one guy on YouTube. His name is JT Suits, and I was thinking about joining the military, but I kind of liked his channel because he was pretty entertaining. And he said he got with some girl in Japan or something. He has like a cool story or something with that. Yeah, yep. A lot of these people do it for the money, though. They try to make more of a living, right? So, yeah, I had my temp agency call me today after work, and they were saying, "Do you want to do the security job? It's 16 an hour, and you start to finish. You're not gonna give me an end time?" I'm like, "Nope." These side jobs, these temp agencies call me about. Yeah, there's a lot of them that don't. They don't even show the hourly rate on Indeed. Why are they allowed to do that, you know? I mean, obviously they won't do it because there's a lot of people that may reject them. They lure these people in, I guess. Hot comb? Nah, not all. Not really. I just comb my beard at times, though. Yeah, I don't blame you, Rohi. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working out at home, though. You could definitely do a lot of calisthenics at home. If you have a pair of dumbbells, you could do a lot with that. I just like the gym because it has more variety of equipment to use. Like, I'm gonna go to the gym later tonight, so if I went now, it'd be too crowded. So I don't like waiting for people that are just using that equipment for hours, you know? Yeah, I would work out with the 25s, man. You could definitely do a full body with the 25-pound dumbbell. You could do your arms, your legs. You could do chest with that, triceps. Yeah, I said arms, but yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with discipline if things work well, you know? You get what you want out of the discipline, but it's like what I said. If you do that discipline and it doesn't translate to anything, it ain't worth doing that discipline, you know? I mean, if you're doing those extreme disciplines and they work out for you, that's okay, you know? Yeah, it does get packed at that gym, hon. I don't know if you ever been there before, but if you go like rush hour, it's pretty bad. I mean, that's like every gym, but yeah, there's a lot of people in there. But I usually try to go at like 10 at night. And it opens 24 hours, so it's better like that. There's nothing wrong with walking, I'll say. Nothing wrong with doing what you're doing. That's your lifestyle, that's what you want to do, you know? I think walking is the the best cardio for weight loss, in my opinion. If someone's trying to lose weight, walking is. Yeah, it kept you alive. Yeah, they kind of train you for that, right? Discipline more. It's kind of like that in there, I think. That lifestyle. My job currently? No. The job I'm at has all men, basically. Nothing really goes on there, really. I'll say that's a good thing about my job right now is actually pretty decent. I haven't seen really any problems there. Uh, I'll say at my last two jobs, yeah, I had like this guy that was working construction. He was saying that he was about to fight the supervisor and shit on the site. And they were holding him back and the supervisor and stuff. So, um, I mean, I guess I seen some shit. My landscape job, I seen shit there. Like my boss, like yelling and putting stress out on people, and uh, bunch of bunch of shit talking too. So I'll say the one thing I seen at the gym though, I was going to swipe like my key card for the gym on my phone, and I swiped it in. I forgot something, so I went out in the parking lot and got my shit. And I went to the front desk, and I didn't click it because I thought he saw me. But he's like, "Hey, come back here!" And I fucking come back, and I was like, "I already swiped my key. You saw me." He's like, "No, I didn't." I was like, "You serious?" And I was trying to talk to him, and he was just being a passive aggressive asshole. That guy, and I gave up, and I was like, all right. I never had that happen before. Like I did that before at my gym, and there was no problems. Like this guy could have told me like that was a rule, but he had to make it a whole big deal. This dude, trying to act like a douche. 30 minutes of stair stepper. Yeah, that will help you shed down. Yep. The stair stepper is, I'll say that's a underrated one. That's what I use. I use it like 4 days a week. Or three, I mean. Yeah, but if you want to lose weight, it's all about the calorie deficit too. It's all about that. Yeah, punishment. Yeah, but then the military can punish you like for no reason too. Yep. Yep. Yeah, calorie deficit, and try to eat your whole foods, and I guess you nothing wrong with eating like junk with your deficit if you're able to control it. You don't want to restrict everything. Yeah, those are all good, Race. Milk, hydrate. Yep. Yeah, that's all. The thing is with that, you're eating high volume of like the fruits and the vegetables and stuff. That'll make you get full. You can eat a lot of that, and it's less calories. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to trim down for like this marathon I want to do. I'm thinking about doing it in Seattle, so I want to train for that shit. Try to get my running shape going. Because the lighter you are, the better you are running. So I kind of gained some weight from the winter. So yeah, yep. I mean, look at the people that come out of the military. They have a lot of mental health problems. Definitely weren't resilient from that. Yeah, they just want results. Yeah, I agree, man. Uh, Germany, Spain, Portugal, Sweden, Italy, uh, Finland, Denmark, and then Croatia, and then Poland, and then Turkey. That's 10. I'm too late. Oh, out of Amazon. Oreos are good, man. That's some good shit. I don't blame you. So there's times where I'd rather just eat some sweets, you know? Like T Advice recommended me to get this chocolate at Sam's Club. I thought it was a little overhyped, but I fucking lied to myself and I ate that shit in 2 days. That's how good that chocolate was, you know? What's up, Edwin? Yeah, yep. They want all these expectations of these people. Yeah, moderation, man, with the junk food. I don't think people should eliminate it. That's my opinion, you know? Yeah, I mean, at the end, you're going non existence, you know? That's what it is. I mean, people have that subjective purpose to have these accomplishments to get through life, you know? That's what I think it is, right? So, I mean, I guess I kind of do that. I guess I try to, like for example, when I did that marathon, like it was an accomplishment, but it was, it's not going to mean anything at the end, you know? It'll just be to get through something. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it has a lot of volume. Yep. Yeah, because you have more like fruit and like vegetables that are more filled with H2O, make you more full. That's what's good about that. Low in calories too. That's how you'll do well when you're like, say you're trimming down. You eat like high volume of stuff, like high volume with the fruit, the salad you're talking about, and the protein. That's you'll feel more full and satiated. Like if you just ate junk food, trying to like trim down, so it's harder because it makes you want to eat more. You know, even though you ate a good amount of the volume, it has a lot of calories. So that's why I think like if someone wants to eat junk food with like if they want to trim down, best to combine it. You know, so like say you ate like a couple cookies, you ate more of a salad and protein. That's fine. You know. I don't know. What's that in pounds? 69 kilos. Yeah, a lot of people don't do that dark endless pit, unfortunately. A lot of people don't try to self reflect and try to be introspective about the world. And they don't want to be open about like the brutal realities of it, too, you know? Too many people like that. From Pennsylvania. I'm actually I'm actually pretty decent with geography. I remember I kind of still do it. I kind of try to remember where they all are at. So, yeah, they are noisy or nosy, I mean, they're people are both, you know. Yeah, family don't want to listen to you, then you just F them, you know. Oh, thanks, man. I'm a gay beard guy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think everyone has egos, but there's a lot of people that are egotistical where uh, they push it onto others and they think that they're better than somebody, you know? Yeah, work for money. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I'll admit I do work out to feel more attractive, you know? for the opposite sex in ways. Yep. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess for you work out for other reasons too, you know. I think a lot of people don't want to admit that. Yeah, validation and want attention from people. Why am I gay? Because I like being gay, you know. Tom and Tezza, they're in the chat. I mean, what's up to them? I haven't talked to them in a bit. Homemade Oreos? Damn, I wonder how you would make them. That'd be kind of cool, I'll say. What's up, T-Sizzle? Yeah, I mean, I think women are very attractive, you know? Like, if I see one that's attractive, I just look, you know? But yeah, but you do recognize that there's men that are attractive as well, you know? You just kind of know, I guess. Where's my veggies? Like, I think they're good in a diet too. I mean, I eat them. Like, I had asparagus recently, but they softened up, so I had to throw them out. Kind of sucked. I mean, I eat vegetables a lot, so that's the thing that kind of sucks about like fruits and veggies. You gotta eat them fast. You can't let them just stay in the fridge, you know. Yeah, don't blame me, T-Wool. What can create self-esteem problems? Yeah, yep. Responsibilities that are unnecessary too, right? Like people in debt or something. It's like unnecessary debt. Have to pay it off or something. Why do women get offended if their man likes men? That is a good question. You would think that women would be turned on by that. But that's the thing, like the other way around, a man gets attracted when like say their woman likes other women. Maybe it's because of like how, like maybe she was raised, you know, or maybe she just likes a man that is more loyal to her, and she sees a man like trying to give it another man, then that's like cheating to her, you know. So I kind of understand that. I guess religion. I don't know. Those are the possibilities I can think of. Yeah, there's a lot of parents that failed, you know. There's a lot of them that failed financially, for example, or they failed with emotional support. All those things. Damn, sour Jolly Rancher gummies. Damn, that sounds like pretty good candy right there. Started to work out, so you stopped eating it for a while. I mean, I guess that's up to you, you know. I mean, I guess like say if you are trying to focus on trimming down, yeah, that's a good thing, you know. Ice cream, I think. Well, a person on my Discord told me to get this frozen yogurt at Sam's Club. I went to get the frozen yogurt. It was frozen custard. Like, that shit was ice cream, you know? That shit tasted hella good for $1. I get like a cup full for $1. That shit wasn't frozen yogurt. That was fucking ice cream. But actual ice cream, I think last time I had ice cream was this cookies and cream at Walmart. It was pretty good. But I'll say you guys got the best shakes, hon. Like this Milky Way, P&W, whatever you call it. I got like a big one like this. Like it's a big one. And I got like a banana shake and caramel one. That was unbelievably so good. Can't wait till that opens up in the spring. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but man, yeah, there's not a lot of food selection here, but that shake place is the best, man. I gotta admit, I was buying a shit ton of them when I saw that. Matt, read the statement above what where's the statement? Let's see. I don't know if I could find it, Race. Yeah, yep. You always need to find out the answer, and humans are never satisfied. That's why we're never at peace, you know? What's up, couple of beers? A reptile dysfunction. Oh, man. That's a pretty good one, man. What's up, Gamer Stance? I guess I'm alright, I guess. I'll say I just try to cope and I just try to do things I like to do, but there's a lot of things in life that are very hard to deal with, and it's just something else, you know? There's a reason why I ain't having kids, you know? This life's overrated, and it ain't worth bringing someone here. Like, even though, like, say I do things I like, you know? Yeah, yep. What's up, Narnia? Journaling and logging things. That's good, man. Yeah, you do like to do a lot of journaling, I noticed. Yeah, Steel Reserve. Yeah, that shit's a tough beer to drink, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with it, though. I used to drink them a little bit. The Epstein files. I think that guy's fucked up, I'll say. I'll say those people that were involved in that should be ashamed of themselves, and I'll say, like, the people involved were, like, politicians and, like, other celebrities and stuff. Like, they obviously don't want that revealed because that ruins their reputation, you know? That makes them evil, right? And, yeah, it's, messed up, that shit. So, yeah, I mean, I guess in a child-free anti-natalist standpoint, it's not the greatest thing to have kids because that can happen to their kids, you know? They can, get exposed to predators like that. No. I mean, if my life got better, I wouldn't have kids. I never wanted kids, ever since I was young. So, I would never have them. Like, I never grew up poor or anything like that. Like, I grew up, like, middle class, upper middle class neighborhood. And I never felt like that. Like, I just feel like I had never wanted them. Like, personal reasons, and I guess, like, kind of like what I experienced, like, with the autism and the bipolar, and then I guess, like, the world. Like, I think the world has a lot of bad things in it. It's a risk, you know? So, yeah, yep. The dog life slaving away. Yep. It's all we do in this fucking shit, seems. Bong rips? Damn, man. I used to fucking do that a little bit. Hotbox in the whip. I used to smoke. The thing I would smoke in the car were cigs and a bowl of weed. That's what I would be doing in the car. I don't even smoke cigarettes in my car anymore. I don't want it to stench, you know? I used to. Maybe I'll win the lottery. Yeah, hope so. I need to get lottery tickets, though. I haven't bought them yet. I mean, if you got them, hopefully you win, too. So, Everyone in here, if everyone bought a lottery ticket. Yeah, yep. All those people need to be locked up. That's for sure. But a lot of people in power are, that shit. They get away with it, it seems. Yeah, yep. Comparing themselves all the time. Yeah, I guess that's what I say too, T Wool. I say that also. When I first wake up, I'm like, I want to fall back asleep. Yeah, that's like materialism and superficial stuff, race. A lot of it, a lot of it's like that, and that's what they're promoting to the people. Too much of that shit. Especially this country. We're a very materialistic country. That's what we promote. Yeah, yep. I mean, you don't have to do what society tells you. Like, you don't have to conform to social norms, like getting married, have kids, and you don't have to fucking start a family with a like a middle class neighborhood with a white picket fence. You don't need all that shit, I guess. But yeah, society tries to tell you what to do all the time, even though what you're doing doesn't harm anybody or yourself. So, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of parents out there that aren't good parents. They weren't meant to be. They uh, they abuse their kids. There's parents that didn't take care of them well. They didn't give them proper structure in their life. I mean, I guess there is parents that do, but that's why I gotta say, like, if you're born with those type of parents, it's pretty lucky. So yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily true though. I think there's child-free people that are shit people also. All because you don't want children doesn't mean you're a good person. There's a lot of people that don't have kids that are shitheads too. But I get what you're saying though. Like you're not risking a kid to have a bad life and all that stuff too. So yeah, the weed smoke. Yeah. So you don't want it to stench up, I guess. Like say if you have people coming in your car. Like say if you're doing like Uber, definitely don't want to stench that up too much. Yeah, it does feel like we're trapped, but I mean, we're not gonna live forever. Be in the grave. Yeah. I mean, a lot of parents don't accept that their kids are gonna suffer in ways that they can't overcome. That's something that parents don't accept. Yeah, but being a millionaire isn't always the best either, right? Like you can have millionaire parents that still get treated like shit. Kids ain't guaranteed a good life, but there's more potential that the kid will have a better life because the parents have money, I guess. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if parents have money and they have kids, there is a better chance. Yeah. What's a bust down filter? What's that? Or yeah, he said filter. Stocks and crypto are crashing. Yeah, I noticed that. Bitcoin is. I mean, it's best to buy low, so you don't want to buy. I guess you want to buy when it stops crashing. I guess that's best to buy because then it can go up. You could make money, I guess. Um, yeah, I mean, I have some cryptos. and I'm trying to build my Roth IRA account. So yeah, we talk about a lot of things on here, man. A lot of deep stuff. Why it's selfish to have kids in here. Talk about the world problems. Talk about anything too, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's just annoying when people ask that in general, you know, what do you do for work, you know? A lot of people are testing your status constantly. I mean, I have said it to people too. It's like a conversation starter, but majority of people that say that shit try to test your status a lot of times, it seems. Yeah, it does seem like a chore, yeah. I mean, you're sacrificing like your fun and focusing on the kids, you know? Yeah, because they're bad parents, man. It's a bad family that you had, Rohai. They should care. If they were good parents, they would care. I mean, bringing kids in this world is more selfish because uh, you're not considering like what the kids will go through, and you know, it's all about you bringing children. I mean, yeah, it's selfish to not have children, but there's nothing wrong with that at that time, right? So, because you're focusing on yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, a lot of stuck up ones. Yeah, I feel like it's everywhere. No matter where you move, it seems to be everywhere. It seems like I moved to South Dakota, and there's a lot of shitheads here. The different thing I noticed moving here was they're more passive aggressive here. They have that indirect conversations more than where I'm from. You know, where I'm from, it's more direct, and they're just kind of douchey, in your face, different type of thing. Yeah, if they don't care about you, you don't care about them. It's right. Yep. Don't have a bong in the console. Yeah, you want to conceal that shit, man. Those cops will fucking detain you. I had a cop pull me over because my registration in my car was expired. It was only 10 days, and I was kind of, I was kind of like high a little bit, and all of a sudden they smell shit in my car, and they took one of my pieces out, and I had to take like probation or something. I had a misdemeanor. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, yep. Screw those fucking parents that treat you like shit as a kid, and then they wanna be all nice to you when you have this success, you know? Yeah, I agree with that gamer stance. 100%, man. Great. Yeah, your parents are Silent Mouse Black Hole. They sound toxic as well. Seems. Yeah, yep. It does get very hard when nothing's uh not you gain all bad luck, you know? Yeah, they tend to play victim, right, Rohai? Yep. You catch them doing something bad, right? They'll have a sob story, you know. Yeah, I'm a homo bearded. Buy a cabin in PA. Why not in Ohio? Yeah, those would be good things, though. Say there's nothing wrong with being responsible, but if they're acting toxic, then that's not good, you know? Yeah, pathetic, man. They ruined your childhood, it seems. F that. Yeah, this life can be a joke, man. Yeah. It's crazy. A lot of the times when teen girls are pregnant, it's accidental, you know? Don't blame me, man. Yeah. There's other things you could do besides those things, and your family was too lazy to brainstorm. I mean, I hope it gets better, but it doesn't seem like things are getting better in a lot of ways, you know? I think we're just gonna be more in a dystopian future, you know? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll be rich next year, Rohi. Maybe I'll be the same. Yeah. Not your fault, though, you know? Parents should fucking have their financial fucking shit together before having children, you know? Yeah, I mean, you're not crazy. They'll just say that to you because you're seeing the world for how it is, you know? Yeah, money doesn't fix your lung cancer. Money doesn't, like, fucking help you when you're going through a mental health crisis, you know? Money can pay a lot of things, but doesn't help the well being 100%, you know? What's up, Gorilla Bear Tech? Yeah, that's good, Rohai. I mean, that's good that you have that money, you know? I'll say I'll say it's a mix of like luck and you worked hard for it, you know? It's a mix of both. Like you worked hard, but then you had the luck where things were just aligned in place for you to receive that, I guess. Money. Yeah, I mean, I guess money gets you a lot of things, you know? I mean, I guess when you had money, you were able to get away from your toxic family, right? I guess money can say if I had more money, I would live in like more of a place suited for me, I guess, or shit like that. But money just doesn't fix everything now, you know. Money isn't gonna help you when when you're like say if your friend passes away that you really like, your friend died. Money isn't gonna bring them back. Shit like that. I mean, I think a million's pretty rich, though. We'll say. What I think about the economy, I'll say it's hard to buy a house. That's for sure. Inflation going up with that. Rent is high in a lot of places. I think it's housing that's really bad. Um, I noticed some things with groceries went down and stuff, but it's not keeping up with the cost of living in general. You know, I still think the economy needs some work. Yeah, yep. I guess I guess that I guess like giving up on certain things helped you get disciplined and motivated to get it, you know? It's like I said before, like you worked hard and then it just stemmed out of luck that things aligned right, you know? That's what I think. Had I get it, I got pulled over by police because they read my that my registration was 10 days expired and they smelled weed in the car, and I had a piece in my console, and they found it. And then I got a little misdemeanor, then it dropped, basically, when I did the probation. So I don't have the misdemeanor no more. Yeah, I mean, money's a tool, I guess. A tool made up by humans. And humans corrupt the tool, you know? It's like you use a hammer. A hammer is a tool, but when a person fucking uses it, they can use it as a weapon and hurt others, you know? That's like people with money. People can use that money to have too much control and power, you know? It's kind of like that. It's a tool. Yeah, the world does run on money a lot, that's for sure. I did tell you, I did admit it on there, dude. Yeah, more aware. Yep. Let's say 198K is a decent amount, especially winning out of gambling. That's for sure. That's pretty impressive, I'll say. Yeah. I'll say there's nothing wrong with people having decent amount of money, you know? I feel like if people use that money to hurt other people, that isn't good, you know? Yeah, I guess my T levels are good. Yeah, I mean, if you have happiness, you can have pain as well, you know? So, like, there's people in this world that experience more pain than the happiness, which is messed up. And there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't want to admit it. But then I guess you do have a set of people that experience more of the happiness and then the pain, you know? So, yeah, just the basics. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I'd rather just have the basics too, you know? Be nice to have, like, more money, but uh, it probably wouldn't, like, say, I probably wouldn't be glamorizing a bunch of shit all the time, you know? Maybe I would travel more if I had more money. I mean, obviously, I guess if I had more money, I would pay off my debt, first thing. Then I'd probably live somewhere else. Then, I guess if I had a buttload of money, I probably would give it to people that I'm cool with, you know? I have most of it to myself. I guess that's it. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like there's people, I mean, I feel like people that have money aren't always happy though. That's the thing. Well, because like they do all these things doesn't mean necessarily they're like that, you know. A lot of people have money and there's people that commit the S, you know. I remember there was a guy that my dad was telling me about. He lived in this big house. It was like a mansion. And basically he lived there and he committed the S, you know. So, but yeah, money can give you a quality of life and most people are happy with money, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of people up there that don't do better for the world too, you know, making it corrupt. Um, yeah, I agree with that though, hon. I agree. Yeah, but I don't know if it would be better necessarily without money either, you know. I feel like we would have more problems too, you know. I'm not saying like money is the best thing, but I just feel like we would still have problems, you know. I don't know, like without money, would the society be better? You know, I guess the only way to do it is if you remove money and see what happens. I guess. Yeah, yeah, that's what the chat's about. Yep. Yeah, luck is important. Yep. Yeah, I feel the thing is though, like there's a lot of people at the bottom that are bad also. There's a lot of people that like don't have money and they have say there's people that weren't financially ready to have kids. They made their kids go through all that bullshit, to get out of there, and make more money. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Because there's a lot of people at the bottom that are nasty. They could be hateful and jealous. There's a lot of them that want to see your downfall. But there's a lot of people at the bottom that aren't bad at all. They just were in this uncertain circumstance, that they don't deserve, and they're just trapped, and they tried, and they didn't get the luck. That's what it is, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess like people, you're born. I guess other people are suffering as well. I guess like you're a consumer. You trying to maintain this human condition. People are suffering, working just to make you your food, and uh, people built this fucking apartment so I can live here. So yeah, but I don't think it's best to give to everybody though. I don't think it's best to give to people that are snakes and liars and they're using that money for to harm other people. I think it's best to give to people that are genuine and people that you can trust and stuff like that. But uh, that's hard to. It's hard to like find those people. There's a lot of good liars out there, and that's why there's a lot of people out there that won't give because there's a lot of people that are untrustworthy. But like there is a decent amount of people too that aren't like that. So I kind of understand it from both sides, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeling good, man. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, money can be a facade. Money can be like say you have all this superficial things, right? That's just someone faking it to impress people. They're not into that for themselves. That's majority of people in this world, I guess. Yeah, yep, because people can manipulate you. People can deceive, and they can hurt you if you help others. That's why it's best to help people that seem worth it, that won't do that shit to you. Yeah, I mean, happiness, like, if you are desperate for happiness, you can end up like shit, though. Yeah, I mean, too much hedonism without self control can be bad, but there's nothing wrong with having fun, though, right? Just, just being mindful, that's it, I guess. I suffered for you to be here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, trying to gaslight you into thinking that you're not allowed to complain about things in life. Yeah, I guess it is meaningless, in a way, because they're never satisfied, right? Yep. Yeah, I mean, I guess you didn't have the capacity to ask to be born or not to be born. Like, you don't have to care for people, right? I guess. But I feel like if people do good to you and they care about you genuinely, I think it's good to reciprocate back, you know? So yeah, money can give you a quality life. It's not gonna help you with everything though. So that's what money can do. Yeah, I mean, there's people up top miserable as well. Yeah, I mean, being miserable doesn't discriminate how much money you have. You know. Man, that's good, Rohi. That's good, man. I'll say, um, your parents that tried to really convince you to do something else, like they almost did, man. It's good that you're there where you're at now. So yeah, I mean, money is good. I mean, if everyone's in this chat that has more good amount of money, that's good. You know, you have more of a quality in things in life, right? It's just a tool, you know. When you give it to the wrong hands, uh, they can abuse it and it can hurt other people, right? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, all that power ends at some point, right? So, yeah, that's why there's a lot of them that want to leave a legacy to their children so they can share that power. So, yeah, I mean, you can make passive income without being rich. You know what I mean? The neat lifestyle, right? You get the disability benefits and all that. So, yeah, that's the thing though. Like, if you don't have those relationships or the health, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with having money, I guess, to get your quality of life, right? Because Rohi's health and relationships were shit, you know, when he was with his family and all that. I guess I can see why he feels better when he has money, you know? It helped him get away, but one thing is, like, that trauma will always stay there, you know? Money isn't gonna fix your traumas. It isn't gonna fix, like, your flashbacks or bad memories, you know? All that money, I guess, you have is copes, and a lot of it's trying to distract yourself a lot of times. So, this ain't AI, dude. Damn. If I order DoorDash to you, Rohai, will you tip me? Oh, shit. Kind of just wondering, man. If you knew I was the delivery guy, would you tip me? Yeah, Jesus ain't gonna stop that. Hmm. Yeah, yep. Nothing wrong with trying to get money, man. Gives you a quality of life. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're capable of making more income and it'll help you with your life, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Yeah. That's all I kind of need, too, the villain. Basic essentials, and I'm okay, you know? I'm pretty content. So, yeah, I'm from Mars, man. Yeah, yep. I mean, that's why I said, like, that one time where you get cancer, money isn't going to help you. They'll only pay the bill. They ain't going to stop your lung cancer, for example. Yeah, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, race. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, yep. Gives you a quality of life. That's for sure. Yep. Yeah, because if you chase happiness, you're going to get disappointed. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, sometimes the truth can, like, you chase the truth, like, that can hurt too from others. Yep. But at least, like, um, you got the truth out there and you can brush it off if you can, right? I think happiness is subjective in a way. Subjective, and I feel like a lot of it's a feeling they have. Yeah, I read your comment. Go back to that real quick. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. The villain, money gives you a quality of life. Yeah, focusing on your health. Yeah, like mental health, physical health. Those are all good things. Because if your mental health's bad, your physical isn't the best. That's what I think. Yeah, not, just have your basic things. That's it. I don't need much either, man. Just be like a minimalist or something. Like, I don't need all this, like this furniture. I just have like these plastic tables I can fold, and that is to lay down on. My bed's over there, so I don't need like fancy furniture. I don't need like a crazy car. I don't need all that shit. Yeah, meaningful experience. Yeah, those are good, man. That's a good one right there. Yeah, I mean, you can't be. That's, it's like this life. You can't have experienced the good things all the time. You can experience bad, right? You're happy, you're upset, you're angry, you're excited. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as 100% happiness. I don't believe in that shit. You can have more of something, but there's no 100%. Yeah, don't need to chase it. You chase it, you can burn out, you know? That's what happens when you chase money, you burn out a lot of times. So, yeah, true. Yep, you have more disposable income to eat what you want, right? Yeah, that's true. What's bricks? What's that? Overwatch. What, are you playing the video game or something? I never played that though. Yeah, yep. The dollar's decreasing its value, a lot of it. Yep. Yeah, but I'll say there's nothing wrong if like someone got lucky in life and didn't hurt others, you know? Someone fucking like got lucky and got out of poverty and they got better, you know? They're not hurting anyone else. You know what I mean? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Or say, like, you got hit by a car. You got lucky that you're able to walk again, you know? So... yeah, I think so. I think social media has a lot more cons than pros. It's definitely hurting a lot of people's mental health. I know it has to me, you know. Remember, I was trying to compare myself to other people, like Instagram and status. That just made me feel like shit, you know. So sometimes the YouTube, when I did my old channel, that messed up my mental health, you know. I mean, social media has its pros, but don't want to be, like, stuck into it all the time, you know? So, yeah, it is crazy. It is superficial as fuck, that's for sure. Screen, like, numbers on the screen. Yeah, yep. Investing in real estate can make you money, right? Flipping houses, like if you're a salesperson, or make passive income with rent. But the hard part with that one is like the tenants, I guess. And then you have to have the money to upkeep it, you know? Yeah, I feel like the system to me is working how it is, you know? That's how it's always been. If the system was broken, people would be fixing it right now, right? I don't see it that way. How are we feeling? I guess okay. Yeah. So you don't let them experience a bad life, you know? That's the best thing to do. That's what I think, too, in a way. That's why I don't want children, you know? I think the risk is, outweighs the reward, you know? Yeah, I'd rather live, like, kind of comfortably, too, you know? I mean, if I had all that money, I would just kind of live the same, in a way. Maybe I would probably, like, maybe get a better car or something, but I don't know. I don't think it's a choice being miserable, necessarily, man. There's people out there that will be miserable when they're born with stuff that affects their life, you know? Maybe it's something that they're capable of doing, right? Like, if they're capable of making their lives better, then yeah, but there's a lot of people that are miserable that they can't change it, you know? And that makes sense. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good to have a good savings, emergencies, things to do, stuff like that. Don't want to deplete the savings. I did that shit a couple times with my bipolar. I gotta fucking be careful with that. So yeah, I mean, I'll say with the genetics part, that's for sure. People don't choose, like, their genetics that they're brought with that affect their life. Maybe people made the wrong decisions, you know? They didn't think it would give them consequences, right? So yeah. Have to be careful what you do with your money, especially like with this cost of living, you know? Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Nice little paradise with the PC, the ice cream, food. See that guy right there? Showing off his whip. I mean, if he likes that car, that's cool, but trying to impress people with the muscle, you know? Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are toxic and hateful, jealous of you, you know? Because money doesn't do that to people, you know? The people will act like that. Yeah. The thing is, if you're living your life and it's not hurting yourself or others, what's wrong with them, you know? So, damn, man. So you'll never tip. you're gonna, you're not gonna tip me when I deliver your food. It's excellent service too. I'll give you. Yeah, yep. It is a joke in a lot of ways. Epstein files. I mean, I talked about this a lot in this live, maybe in the last one. Say it's messed up. What's going on? Obviously, people in like politics and people like celebrities and people just up there in power it's getting released, and they don't want to ruin their reputation. It's all messed up, you know? They did some messed up things to children. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it's a good side job, though, to try to make extra income to do something better, though, Rohi. I wouldn't say it's bad necessarily. Yeah, yep, happiness is subjective in a lot of ways. Yeah, my cousin's a joke. He's a big one. That guy's something else. What's Marathon? What's that game about? Nah, I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest. Normally it would be my YouTube, but like I said before, haven't been watching a lot of YouTube videos. So probably gonna use the other phone soon. So fear of success. I guess you just try to. I guess you try to be successful in a way where you're not trying to compare yourself to other people. You know, you do it in your own way, and that makes you feel happy. You know, try not to let your success dictate like how you're comparing with other people. You know. Yeah, I mean, there's times where there's nothing wrong with having challenges, you know? Challenge yourself, right? You just don't want to challenge yourself where it's like, could be harmful, you know? No, I am, German, man. Yeah, the government can take that shit. Yeah, yep. Too many people tie their identity to a job. That's why they ask you, what do you do for a living? I don't game that much. Maybe I'll check it out, possibly. If it's a good game, I'll play it. Is it on PlayStation? Yeah, that's why you try to put your money in something else, I guess. Yeah, yep. I mean, your house, for example, people say they own it, but you pay property taxes, you know? You don't pay that shit, they'll take it away from you. Yep. I mean, when you're gone, all that shit you own don't matter, you know? Yeah, because you're not trying to experience a bad life and you're not risking yourself into that. Nah, I never tried that. I mean, why are people putting others down for how much money they make, you know? I think it's pathetic. Yeah, yep. I mean, once you exist, you're a part of it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think people are intelligent in different ways, I guess, you know. You're not like 100% intelligent in everything, right? Yeah, that's some South Dakota shit, right, hon? Showing off whips out in the road. Yeah, I mean, you can be a minimalist and have money. I don't think it always has to be stemmed from not having money, you know? You guys need to stop complaining, get a job, because it's bullshit. Yeah, but I guess you can have both intelligence and money, I guess. Yeah, there is a lot of people that are poor at like materialism, yep. Because there's a lot of them that like to compare themselves to others, but not all of them are like that, though. Yeah, yep. They try to find other ways of creating meaning for themselves and stemming from the paper. Yeah, things keep getting expensive because of these politicians and the people on top, you know? Yep. And then I guess you got people that can't budget their money as well, and it's worse when they don't have children, you know? I mean, do have children. So I'm going to charge my phone. We'll do another live on the other phone for a bit. Then I'll go to the gym late night. So